Hi, welcome to a new feature video of the upcoming Avenger 2, and this time I want to show you a feature I enjoy very much because it brings Avenger closer to a real modular system in terms of random pitch generation with a quantizer and random notes generation. And yeah, let's just dive in. And let's start with the new arpeggiator, which now has the ability to create random patterns, and you can specify all parameters here in this new page. And on the left you see which notes should be allowed. So you can define scales here, for example, pentatonic minor scale. So all notes generated will match this scale only, and in the middle, first of all, if you press here, you roll a new pattern, and here in the middle you can see the probabilities of each note. So you can also do your own scale and say, let's generate the root key with 100%, and then let's add all notes here again. So we can add a D with a rising probability. Here maybe let's choose 30%, then you can generate Fs, Gs, and so on, A flat, D flat. And now let's hear the result. Let's decrease the tempo. Let's add a delay pattern here. So now you also can define how many silences are here and how the overall note lengths are. You can have more long notes with 3 bars, 2 bar notes, or even shorter ones. And before you wonder, I set this to 99%, but here's another strength dial. If this is also set to 100%, this affects the full, and if not, there are random possibilities of the default with 1 bar. So same for the silence. No silence means each note is filled, and then I can add 1 bars of silence, 2 bars, and even 3 or 4 bars. And let's take a look at the octave as well. If you don't want to have octave jumps, you can say only generate on the bass octave here in the middle. A bit of 1 octaves. Switch back to the minor scale, maybe. You also can say how the velocity should be added here with envelope. And you can add ratchets. You can also add note connects. So maybe set this to legato so the notes will slide. Roll another one. options you have. Also, you can say you want to have a symmetry regarding not the notes, regarding the rhythmic. So if you have a certain rhythmic in the first half of the pattern, you can mirror it to the second, so it will sound more repetitive, but it still changes notes according to the settings. And everything happening here is done in real time, so all you switch here, as you have seen already, will auto update here in real time. So let's do something which sound nice, and let's do this minor scale here and say you want to have not so much silence, more one silence. Note lengths are okay, basically just these 2 octaves. Velocity is okay, no ratchet, and sometimes a note connect. Okay, so you can better hear it. We can add a bass line on arpeggiator too. Filter. We can also do an chord shift here. Oops. So, and this maybe, and here let's do G flat. So let's add a drum beat, trance maybe. Increase the zone. So now, once we have set it up, you can always generate new patterns. Another one. We can increase the tempo. As you can see, this is a very creative and nice feature. So, but that's not all. You also have a new quantizer, which I like even more, because this is 100% like it works in a modular system. A quantizer, this means your oscillator is locked to a certain scale, and it only can produce these notes you select here. If a notes fall between one of these notes, it's rounded to the next possible note. So this means at the moment I only have selected a C. Let's do a minor scale here. And you even have the option to glide the notes. Have glide smooth and quantized glide. You will hear that later when we modulate it with an LFO. And then you have a trigger which will trigger this note at the time the trigger happens. So, but it's not that complicated as it may seem. Selecting input source here. Let's choose a random LFO, and this LFO modulate the quantizer pitch. Let's do a lower tempo here, 1/2. So, and you can deselect notes here, of course. And what you now can do, and what does the trick here, is modulating things from the input source of this quantizer. For example, let's modulate the speed here, the rate. And now you also can have a separate trigger for the filter. Let's use, for example, you can use any mod envelope, but let's use for simplicity the ARP. So we can select this pattern here. This now triggers the filter envelope. Longer notes here. Yeah, and what you also can do is, let's choose a different input. Let's use a free running LFO, for example, and do the minor scale again here. So now the notes are not locked to a certain grid. These are free. What you now can do is choose a trigger here. For example, ARP notes from ARP 1. Now the pitch will only change when a new trigger comes in. Let's switch on the ARP. Of course, this also works with ratchets. Shuffle. Of course, you need 16ths. And let me show some patterns you can create with this. I'm working on a new expansion, the Generative expansion, which only contains self-playing patches with random generated melodies. But before I do this, let me quickly demonstrate this section here, which I forgot. And this means when it's fixed that this means these notes are always the quantized ones. Does not matter where I play on the key, it's all in C minor now. No matter where I play. And if this is on auto, then the quantizer shifts with the key you play. So if you play a G, it will play in G minor, even if this scale here is C minor. Okay, so let me show you some presets with this new stuff. And what you also can do is you can shift patterns here, and so I made a major quantizer scale here, which you can shift with this button. Now everything is a C major. Or F major. Let's choose another preset. This sounds like a game. So we have here quant generator. always change the notes and do it to a major scale, for example. Always different, completely random. What's that? Ah, yes. Can always change the ranges, of course, of the modulating source. And the last one here. Okay, this was a quick overview of this new feature. I hope you liked it and have an imagination what you can do with this. It's a sound designer stream. You basically can create self-evolving presets, and which always sounds different over time or depending which key you play. And you also can use older sequences, turn the quantizer on and force them to another scale, the scale of your track, for example, or whatever. So stay tuned for more videos. We have many other new features for Avenger 2. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. Bye for now.